Hello, I'm Phil from AddictionsUK. Today we're going to talk about dealing with rejection in addiction recovery. Have you ever been rejected by someone? How did it feel? How did you deal with it? During early recovery, rejection is one of the most difficult emotions to deal with, especially because it is often entangled with other difficult emotions. When we feel rejected, we also feel certain fears and begin discounting ourselves. In recovery, alcoholics and addicts want to be perfect, but they soon learn that, like everyone else, they are not perfect and will never be perfect. The recovering addict cannot give up on themselves or on those still addicted. They cannot stop fighting rejection for a moment because it is a mistake they cannot afford. As practicing addicts, they used to feel rejected very frequently. For instance, they felt rejected when their mother did not call to see how they were, or when a good friend failed to invite them to a party. They felt rejected when someone at a party frowned when he saw them pour yet another hefty drink. They felt rejected again and again, so they went back to their addictions to feel better. These were the reasons they gave for acting out of control. It is hard to believe these types of excuses when they're clean and sober. It is hard to believe they used to be that way, offering an open invitation to rejection in endless situations. However, in some ways, the tendency to feel rejected is still there, even in recovery. It is helpful for recovering individuals to remember that rejection can sometimes be a valid emotion if they examine it and make it a positive outcome. They do this by rejecting negative, maladaptive choices and embracing positive, adaptive and healthy ones. For example, in recovery, the recovering individual has rejected the option of ever going back to their old ways of life again. They have rejected suicide. They have dismissed dishonesty, disrespect, fear, grandiosity, unrealistic expectations, loneliness, impatience, and paranoia. All of these are negative choices. By rejecting the negative in their lives, they have learned to accept the positive aspects of themselves and others. Thus, some form of rejections are not so bad after all. Dealing with rejection. This brings us to the question, how do we feel with negative feelings about ourselves? Rejection can be difficult to deal with, whether it is real or imagined. The first step is to pause, reflect, and consider if they have really been rejected. If they decide they have, they can do something about it. They can accept the rejection, sort through it, and turn it over to God, or talk to someone who understands. They need to remember that it's okay to feel this way, and to remind themselves that they are human. They also need to remember that they are among many who have at one time or another experienced similar emotions. They are not alone. During these times, it can be very helpful to talk to a therapist or a counsellor who can help the recovering individuals navigating their way through these difficult emotions. Remember, rejecting and being rejected is a normal human emotion. And our recovery program equips us with the tools to deal with difficult situations and come out stronger and more resilient.